Alors aujourd'hui, qu'est-ce qui va se passer si on joue une belle partie d'un bon jeu vidéo que j'aime bien? Son nom, attends une seconde. Il y a quelque chose qui fonctionne pas très bien en ce moment. Okay, whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell was that? Oh, wow, that is definitely different. Oh my gosh. Hello, everyone. Guess who's back? My name is Chicken Fried Rice. And check it out, we are going to be playing some Ruse. The randomizer gave me Italy. Why not Italy? Italy's awesome. They have the M15 tanks, and guess what we're going to be using today? Some pretty amazing tank gameplay. So, well, it's been forever since I played this game, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to record a game of Ruse. And I did. And the first game I played turned out pretty goddamn well. So, basically what happens right off the start is my ally uses decryption. I know this guy's sending a base there. I see my ally going in the air before the British guy can, so I know he's going to be able to get a truck snipe unless this guy camouflages. Now, this guy did not camouflage his truck. I don't know why he wasn't paying attention, so immediately I send out an armor base out over there. I already have one here. I'm just gonna, because I was, at the beginning, I was just gonna be like, okay, I haven't played this in a while. I'm rusty, because I haven't played R.U.S.E forever, let's be honest. I'm like, I'm rusty, I'm going to build an armor base, and I don't know what to do after that. I could go for a tank rush, but the odds of it being stopped by a good German player, well, usually are pretty darn good. So, right off the bat, you see me right here. So I was going to build my tank base here originally, but I'm like, well, screw that. There's no more threat there. That guy's gone, and obviously he suffered a big loss. He probably was planning to build his base there, which is why he only made an infantry building there. So odds are he's planning something else now. He's trying to rework his tactic. In the meantime, I reworked mine at the place of building a tank base there and going straight through the tree line, which I absolutely hate doing, by the way, guys. That tree line is suicide. You want to know why? Your tanks are going in a row, crossing the bridge. Basically, you can have a row of AT picking off one by one. M15s excel in open areas. That is what they are good for, and that's what you should be using them for. Yeah, later on in the game, you guys are going to see I do kind of lose track of that, but basically, I have this philosophy of once you start really owning the game, I don't care about my units anymore. I just send them to die, and I basically couldn't care less. I'm not sure if I'm the only person who does this, but as you can see, our Japanese air is whooping ass. Now, usually having two players go air is pretty harmful because we have no one securing the middle economy. German player is doing that, but at a slower pace, as the American player probably has all his resources devoted there by the fact he doesn't have a base. Now, right here, I was going to build my tank base there, but I see that come out. That is a recon unit, obviously, because my truck became uncloaked. So right away, I'm going to go and build that base. And this guy wasn't paying attention at all, because or else he would have sent units immediately in my direction. And he doesn't send anything until I begin to attack him. So right away, I already have M15s tacked. And M15s are pretty fast to be pumped out. Now, what made this attack really is this guy wasn't doing anything. If this guy would have attacked me here, I would have been screwed. I would have been GG right there. But this guy wasn't doing anything, so I was like, why not? Let's abuse the opportunity. First priority target, take out the infantry base. Why? Because M15s are really good at close range, but M15 are better. No, sorry. M15s are good at close range, but infantry are better. So take out that infantry base. Anti-tank guns, no problem. By the time I destroy his anti-tank base, he gets maybe one or two anti-tank guns. And the thing with M15s is, okay, you have one or two anti-tank guns out. Fine, M15s will drive into machine gun range and say bye-bye to those anti-tank guns. Didn't even route a single M15 in the process. Destroyed the rest of his base. That right there was probably $120 more of stuff, and he also had a supply depot there as well. So that is pretty harsh. What I do here is I don't send a large force, but I do want to take out his depot, you know, just to cut his economy short again. Now, right here, the reason why he wasn't attacking me is he was going for a tech build. Right there, what you're seeing is indeed a dumb move, a Tiger tank so early in the game. Now, I say a dumb move is when you're getting rushed, obviously, when you're going up against an Italian player, you don't have the time to Tigers. Not only that, okay? M15s aren't that good against Tigers. I'll be the first one to admit it. but it's easy for an Italian player to outflank you or outmaneuver you with M15s. So no matter what you do, you won't be able to catch up to them. Even I'm not even sure if the Tigers have blitz. That depends. And so these guys were completely air dominating this guy. So the Japanese guys like, well, might as well drop in a paradrop. And looks like that worked out pretty darn well. The British guy loses place. And already we were just taking control of this game. This did not help. The US guy was sending anti-aircraft guns a little bit everywhere, so that would have done some serious damage. And if I hadn't taken out his base, he would have probably secured the middle economy. So this guy's gone. And now I'm sending down, well, like I said, the deadly tree line of death, followed up by a bridge. And now this is questionable. I will say questionable. And the reason why I say that, whose are these? These are that retarded name. Oh, I can't even click on them. Okay, the problem is when you set these tanks up, set them up so that your maximum range, or the edge of your range, is on the edge of the forest. Because, first of all, he put them so that they were in range of my M15s when they came out of the forest. Big mistake, because he has a better range than me. Why not abuse that? You know, obviously, he was able to pump out enough of those to counter me, but that's no big problem. I can always go back and do some more damage. So right here, he's actually sending a recon, but I totally overreact. I'm like, this guy's trying to capture my base. Screw him. I'm going to send like 18 M15. I didn't actually send 18. I sent like 7 M15s after him. And he's got his one Tiger tank over there, which is just being a jackass. Because, you know what? I can avoid that Tiger tank forever. Fine. Send it after my one tank base there. I won't deal with it until you actually attack me with it. I can just maneuver around it as much as I want. The path of least resistance, you know, is okay. He has a Tiger tank there. He has a recon there. Well, I'm just going to send my M50, and there's no forest. Oh, well, I'm just going to send all my M15s there, and I'm going to wait for him to come in close. Now, what I could have done later is he's going to attack that base with his Tiger. You guys are going to see later, but what I did is I thought he was going to go after this base here. So I went and go and build an armor base right away. This guy jumps in with paratroopers. Obviously, infantry versus AT. Guess who wins? Well, infantry. It seems like a pretty rock, paper, scissors formula, if you ask me. Makes sense to me. I would have made paratroopers. Yeah, what a smart guy, that guy. Good thing he was on my team. Alright, so I come blazing in here with M15. This guy went for King Tigers already. At this point in the game, you have a... Okay, first of all, you've already lost an ally. You're about to lose a second one. You don't have the economy to support King Tigers. You have to face it. If you start making King Tigers, I will just outproduce the crap out of you. So right here, he's coming in with a Tiger. Now, my goal is to let him come in as close as I can with his Tiger. Like, I'm waiting. I know he's coming with his Tiger. I see it. But I'm going to wait for him to get in range. The reason for that is because I want him to be really close when I start making M15s. You see, he came in range right there and started firing on my M15s, and I know he's going to start blowing up the buildings. So right away, I started producing M15s. Now, ideally, if he would have gone all the way there without firing, then I could have just produced M15s in his face, and I wouldn't have had so many routed units. Now, the great thing about this is my income at this point is far superior to his. So I'm pumping out M15s, not faster than he can destroy them, but route them. A Tiger, if you don't micro units, they will automatically aim to the unit, well, not with the highest health, but basically, yeah, in the better health. So he's basically aiming at all of these M15s with good health, which is kind of dumb because he could have killed like 5 of my M15s. In the meantime, all he did is route them. So basically, now I have a stack of a bunch of M15s ready to go and do some serious damage. Just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 M15s. He could have probably killed 4 or 5 of them, and maybe his Tiger might have survived even if he would have been smart about the engagement. Nope. I know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to route all of them and then wait for them to unroute, and then they'll attack again and then route, and yeah, etc. Circle of Life from Lion King. You guys get the idea. It just doesn't work out in his favor. Oh, that guy just got raped. This guy's got another, he's got his beautiful King Tiger he's so proud of. Made another armor base. Obviously, that's another King Tiger. Why do you want King Tigers? Okay, I don't care about my units anymore. You're going to see, I'm just going to start spamming anything. And what I do is, you guys want to pay attention to this. When you have multiple armor bases, I spam a bunch of units to send there. Now, R.U.S.E will automatically send it from the nearest armor base. Unfortunately, I knew there were infantry here, but I didn't realize that it would spawn all my tanks from there. I didn't pay attention to that, which meant that half of my tanks got destroyed. And I started noticing when my first tank got lost, my tanks were getting destroyed. I just zoomed in the city, and I just watched him die. Like I said, once you have this much of an advantage, you're at the point where, like, I don't give a shit. It's pretty funny just to watch a bunch of tanks die. If I wanted to, I could have just saved up all my money and sent in a stack just to take out that infantry in that city and just laugh as my M15s died and eventually kill infantry. Why is that funny, you may ask? Well, the reason for that is quite simple. You're basically laughing in the guy's face. No matter how many of his units he destroys, he can't win. So basically, he's fucked no matter what. And I don't care how good of a player you are. If both your teammates fail like that, you are screwed. Especially if you're making King Tigers at 10 minutes in the game. You got some serious issues, man. Get a psychologist. Alright, look at that right there. Dun, 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 dun. Are you guys ready for this? A stack of what? 10 M15s? Alright, 10 M15s heading towards their doom right now. About 5 M15s through is when I realized this was happening. I zoomed in and I just watched it. It's pretty funny. Look at this. 1, 2. Get owned. I haven't even routed a single infantry. Well, I think I maybe routed one of them. But basically my M15s are getting raped purely outright. And so, yeah, okay, I routed 2 or 3 units. But basically, I got my ass kicked, and I could have sent in like 10,000 through, and I would have probably lost half. Well, actually, that's not that exaggerated. Maybe, I guess like 20-ish M15s would have got them all killed, because after 10 M15s, half them were routed, so after 20, they'd all be routed, and then wouldn't be a problem anymore. And there goes the surrender. So, as usual, guys, thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. Please subscribe. And I will see you guys all next time.